And these are the tyre systems that the lads use to change the tyres. So welcome back to the channel. This is Touring with Riva for those of you that are new. We've just got back from caravanning at Oulton, the Star Caravan Park at Oulton, right next to Oulton Towers in Staffordshire. We had 5 days there over the bank holiday weekend. And this is going to be a slightly different video because when I did the Austria trip, when I went from Austria to Mugello in Italy in the trucks, I've had a lot of feedback on it and people said they found it really interesting. To me it's just driving and it's just work, but on the basis that people said they found it interesting, I thought I'd do a bit of a follow-up video on my work. So today I'm travelling down to Silverstone to go and pick up a tractor unit. I've then got to drive from there to Chipping Norton to Blackthorn GT, who are a British GT team. I've got to pick their race trailer up, and then we're going up to Oulton Park in Cheshire to do some testing. The testing will take place over 2 days, and it's just in order to shake the car down, get the drivers used to the car, and just iron out any issues or any sort of running problems that they think they may have, and to improve their track time. Basically, the more time that you spend in a seat in a race car, the quicker you get. So that's what we're going to do. So come with me, we'll have a look at it, and we'll see how we go. So this will be very much like my other trucking video, just a bit of a ride along, so you can see what I get up to. I know it's not Riva or the caravan, but let's face it, it's good to do something a little bit different every now and again, and people said they enjoyed it, so I thought I'd do it again. This is me just riding down the M40 now towards Silverstone. I would go the other way down the M1 normally and then down the A5, but a lot of roadworks down by Silverstone at the minute, so I went this way. So I've just arrived at Silverstone, where the truck is, and let's have a look at the figures. I've done 89 miles since I left the drive at home, and I've done 63.7 to the gallon because I've come in the Mrs. Insignia, trusty Insignia that I bought from an auction a few years back. I give peanuts for it and it's absolutely fantastic on fuel. But I've done 38.7 average mile an hour over 90 mile, and it's taken me 2.5 hours to get down here. So I've covered 89 mile in 2.5 hours. They're the joys of the British roads, aren't they? Obviously it's Tuesday today. Yesterday was bank holiday Monday, so I think you could really call today Monday in terms of traffic because everyone's going back to work. So yeah, 2.5 hours to do 90 mile, not great, with an average speed of 38 mile an hour. Whereas in France and on the continent, you can average 50-60 mile an hour. So yeah, a bit wounding, but we're here. I'm still here on time because I set off early enough. So I'll jump in the truck now, have a look around it, get it warmed up and everything, and then head over to the Chipping Norton, where the GT team is, hook up under the trailer, and then we'll head up to Oulton Park and we'll get set up for testing. So as soon as you jump in the truck, the first thing you have to do is whack your tacho card in. This tacho card will record everything you do and everything you don't do. So what we do is just pop it in the slot there. Obviously that's my surname, and then away we go. It'll tell you when your last withdrawal is. So the last time I drove was on the 30th of the 4th. Manual entry, we'll go yes, because I'll just show you how the manual entry works. And what it's asking is, since the 30th and the 4th, what have you done since then to now? And I'm going to put bed, because I have rested until then. I haven't done anything since then. So yeah, we'll rest. I haven't done any commercial work since then. So we'll go okay. 9:32, begin country UK, yes. Confirm manual entry, yes. Ready to drive. Now what we'll do is, now it's on, we're on bed, so it's telling me that I'm still resting now, but I'm not because I've started my commercial activity. So we'll put it on other work, which is cross hammers, and now it's recording that I'm at work and I'm doing bits. So it's on cross hammers whilst I walk around the truck. So now I'm going to do what they call daily walk around checks. So I'm just going to check the truck. You have to record 15 minutes walk around check, so it'll be on other work for 15 minutes and then I can drive. So I'll get my paperwork, I'll just fill in the mileage, check that I've got enough fuel, check the oil on the truck, all that business, just check the tyres, all that, and then we'll head off. So I'll probably be heading off at about 9:50, something like that, once I've checked everything. 9:45, 9:50, and then we'll head off over to Chipping Norton. So that's the tachograph, that's what it does. It states everything you do, and like I said, it also states everything you don't do. So at the point where I stop the truck, I then have to put it on other work if I'm working outside the truck, like loading the trailer, or if I'm going on rest, I put it on break, which is a bed. But when I get to Blackthorn, because I'll be loading up the trailer, I'll be on other work because I'll be working. So not only does it log your driving, but it logs any work that you do outside of the truck, because you can only do a certain amount of time as a duty day. So you can do 9 or 10 hours driving, but you can only do 13 or 15 hours duty time, depending on how many hours you've got left in the week. But that's another story. So yeah, we'll have enough time to do everything we need to do, but that's just how a tachograph works. So I hope you can hear me okay. But yeah, like I said, the first thing you've got to do is just a little bit of admin. You've got to fill out your daily walk around checks, as they like to call it. Like I said, mileage, just check tyres, check oil levels, check washer fluid levels, everything that you check basically before you set off to make sure everything's nice and safe. So that's what we're doing now. I'm in the Iveco. I'm driving the Iveco for a bit. Again, all trucks are pretty much the same, really. They all drive the same. The majority of trucks now are automatic, so it's not too hard when you jump in and out of different trucks like I do when you're contracting. So yeah, we're in the Iveco and we're going to head over there. But so far the weather's looking okay. I'll get this complete and we'll get on the road. So just to continue our walk around checks, just check all the lights are working, check the number plates in order, check that there's no defects, cracks in the screen, anything like that really. All common sense stuff. We'll be checking all the wheel nuts are tight. You know, you haven't got to go OTT, but you've just got to give everything a visual check, give everything a pull, make sure all your fenders and everything are connected, because if something like that comes off going down the road, it could potentially hurt somebody, couldn't it? Make sure the rear lights are working, put the hazards and everything on in a moment, and we're generally just checking the condition and that everything's there or thereabouts. Check the nuts this side, because often as a contractor you don't know when or where this truck's been serviced, who's done what to it. Often as a contractor it's the first time you've seen the truck, which this one is. I haven't seen this for a bit. Make sure that our kingpin and our clip, this is a dog clip, is in place, so when that connects to the trailer, this will drop down and over, that pin will drop and it'll allow me to put the dog clip into that hole, but I'll show you that when I get the trailer on. Yep, so not looking too bad. I've checked all the levels on the dash already. Sorry if it's a bit loud, the engine's running. So that's it, yeah, just walk around checks, and I'll do exactly the same when I put the trailer on. Right, and with that we're ready to go. 9:54, checks done, hit the road and get down to Chipping Norton. Time to get buckled up and on the road. So here we go, just pulling out the yard to make our way over to Blackthorn GT in the Cotswolds there. The yard's nice and big, so we've got plenty of room here, and it's also good just to check that the trailer's attached when you drive away. Look in your mirrors and make sure it hasn't fallen off. But no, we know, don't we, by doing that dog clip, we know that that trailer's connected, we know it's not going anywhere. So yeah, all good. Make our way out of the yard now and make our way down to the services, because I need to get some fuel. So the first part of the job is we need fuel. Having done the walk around checks, I noticed that we were low on fuel. We're not going to get up to Oulton Park and back on the fuel that we've got in. And being solo at the minute, having no trailer on the back, it's easier to get fuel now than what it is to get it with the trailer on, so I thought I'd come for fuel. However, I'm sat in a queue, as per usual. Here is said queue, waiting to get onto the pumps, so we could be here a while. You sit and wait your turn, get on the pumps, put about 300 litres in, that should get us there and back easily. But until we can get to the pump, there's nothing I can do now, just sit and wait. So we're not doing too badly, we've only been here 5 minutes and the queue's already moved down a little bit. Unfortunately, the tanker there is refuelling, so that's actually shut a lane off, so we're actually only down to 1, 2, 3 lanes. So had that tanker not been there, this queue probably wouldn't be here, but it is what it is. Without the tanker refueling, none of us would have fuel anyway. So whilst I'm sat here, I thought I'd just update you on the weekend. We went to Oulton, as many of you know, for 5 days over the bank holiday weekend, and we were joined by Wander with the Bevans, Jordan and Sean. Lovely to meet them guys. Like-minded people that just enjoy caravanning, which is the main thing. We've got quite a bit of footage. We are going to put a vlog up, and we'll also do a site walk round, but that's when we get the chance to do it, because as you can see, I'm working today. Becky's working today as well. I think she's over at Purely Outdoors doing something today.
you haven't visited Purely Outdoors, they do a lot of outdoor stuff, including awnings, Kayaks, everything you can think of. Purely Outdoors do it. They're over in Nuneaton there, so I think Becky's gone over there today. But yeah, when I get the opportunity, we'll be piecing together bits and bobs from the weekend. We've also got the new My Riders, which Becky and I have got to get around and cycle around with the kids. So I did a bit of a look over the new My Riders. Also, we did a bit with VW, the new Tayron, so that will be coming on the channel. VW have worked with us on that one and supplied us with the new Tayron that's fresh into the UK. So that's an interesting vehicle, being 7 seats as well. Also, it's hybrid, so if you can get sort of these vehicles on your company work scheme where the greener the vehicle is, the less tax you pay, that could be a vehicle to look into, because they do a hybrid version. Although the one that we had was mild hybrid, so it sort of produced its own energy through the braking system as opposed to being a plug-in hybrid. So yeah, I'll bring you a bit of footage on that. So there's a few videos to come, and then we're away again. I don't know where we're going next, but we're away again. What we're trying to do is cram as many holidays in as we can, because we love getting away in the caravan, and the kids keep saying, oh, when are we going away in the van again? In fact, they never want to come home. It's always, oh, do we have to go home? So yeah, while the weather's nice, we just take it away, even if it's locally. For us, if we're at home, we're bored, so we may as well just hook up and go locally. So yeah, the Star at Oulton was only like 3 miles up the road from our house, so you don't have to travel far to have a good time. That's what we think. And it was nice and cheap. It wasn't expensive to stay there, so I think we're going a little bit further afield next time. But I might even take the caravan to a truck show. Actually, there's a few truck shows on coming up, so I might go to a truck show and show Charlie the trucks. But for now, that's where we are. I'm still sat in this queue waiting for diesel, but it is going down slowly. So that's an update on where we are with videos to come. Plenty to see, and hope you're enjoying the channel so far. If you are, let us know. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. It's a bit mismatched and sporadic. There's nothing set with this channel. I don't attempt to, I don't know, be the next big YouTuber or anything else like that. I just enjoy doing videos for you guys to see and see what we get up to with touring with Riva. As I've said previously, a lot of the content is on TikTok, so if you're not on TikTok, jump on there, because that's where a lot of our content is. Also on Instagram, touring with Riva, and then I just do this to sort of back it up and play about and do a longer format video. But yeah, take a look at the other channels, because like I said, Becky's a dab hand at TikTok, and some of her content's really interesting. There's hacks on there, there's offers on there, there's all sorts. So the truck's shouting at me now, telling me to rev it up before it switches off. And we're moving, so that's it, about focus. So that's it. As you can see, I'm next. I'll sit here now and I'll just wait for one of these boys to move, and then I'll just chuck it down the lane that they vacate. That's it, fuel going in. Like I said, I'm going to put about 300 litres in, that'll be enough. A lot of these pumps, you have to take the card in first, but some of them don't, so I just tried using it without taking the card in, but they won't pre-authorise the pump, so I had to jump back in, take the card in, and then come and fill up. But yeah, 300 litres and we'll be away. That's it, 305 litres. What you must remember to do is get your reg. Decided I'm going to treat myself to a hot dog. Roll over hot dogs and cheeseburgers. Right, so we've got fuel for the truck and we've got fuel for me. We're away. Oh, and also I've got a thing for jammy Dodgers. Don't know if anyone else likes jammy Dodgers, but I love them. As is often the case with a lot of these race teams, you'll end up coming down some little back roads to get to their actual location. Just travelling down here now. I've just arrived at the GT team to pick the trailer up. Right, so we're here. We'll just flip this over to other work, which is cross hammers, because essentially, even though I'm not driving, I'm still working. So we'll leave that on other work, switch the truck off, and we'll go inside and see what the crack is. So I've just been down and moved a couple of bits about in the yard, so now there's nothing in front of the trailer and I can back under it, so let's get underneath it. Here she is, the stunning S-Way, now with a bit of fuel in it, ready to go under the trailer. I was keen to point this out before I start driving. This is one of the tightest gateways you'll ever see. So there's the edge of the gate there, and if we pan back to this side, that's the edge of the gate there. It is ridiculously tight, especially at night. So far I've backed this trailer in 3 times and we haven't had any issues, so hopefully this time will be the same. But yeah, a very, very tight gateway. Show you how tight it is. There's the post and there's the post. And the first thing we want to be doing before we go under this is just stop the truck short of the trailer, get out, have a look at the height of the trailer and make sure the trailer brakes are on, because when you back up under it and push back, the last thing you want to do is send that trailer flying down the yard. So we want to make sure the trailer brakes are on and have a look at the hitch height first. So we'll get out and we'll have a look at that now and then we'll hitch it up. So the park brake is on, but I've just got to lift the trailer up a bit because the hitch is too low. So I'm just going to pick it up with this handle and then we'll be away. So once you back the truck under, you do the kingpin first, which is this part, and then you do the dog clip, which is that clip that I spoke about, and then that stops that undoing. So once that's all in place, you know that that's not going anywhere. So kingpin clip, and then we do airlines, which is A, and then we do legs and brakes. So backwards it's black and forwards it's black, if you know what I mean. That's how you remember it. Next we connect the airlines to the trailer, which provide air, which let the brakes off, but also we do the electronics for the lights. That's it, all our lines connected and electrics. Now we check the lights at the back and then it'll just be a case of legs up and brakes off and it's good to tow. Oh, and of course fit the number plate. So that's the trailer hooked up, she's on. Dave's got the tunes on as always. He likes to play the beats while we're loading the trailer. So we'll get the trailer loaded up now, get the car in, and then we'll hit the road up to Oulton Park. So yeah, that's the plan. So once I've finished hooking up, I'll then help Dave, who's the general techie, load the truck up, make sure it's all loaded and strapped. Here we have a Porsche. We're taking this to Le Mans in a few weeks, so I'll do a bit on that. That's our Le Mans entry. And this is a genuine Ferrari race / challenge car, built by Ferrari race car. Very rare, this car. Not many series it can race in now. It's a bit more of a classic, but very expensive and a beautiful piece of kit. As you can see, the Aston Martin's in the back of the race truck there, all loaded up on the top deck, just getting the final parts in now and the final bits, ready to head up to Oulton, where we'll wash the truck down when I get there. Ferrari there also, but let's go on the road. So that's me all loaded up now to Oulton Park. It's 2:30, I should be up there for 5, hopefully, depending on traffic. So as I make my way out of the unit, it's a bit of a tight turn here with the house opposite, and you have to reverse in here as well when I get back at the end of the weekend, so a little bit tight, but ride down the beautiful Cotswolds countryside roads here, heading out towards the M40, which will then take me up to the M6 toll, straight up the M6 toll up to Stoke Junction 15, I think, A500, head out towards Tarpley and then on to Oulton Park. So not a bad run, take about 2.5 hours in total. And here we are on the M6 toll, and Barwell Motorsport are passing me. A little bit cheeky, but I'll let them have that one. We'll beat them on the track. Here we are just arriving at circuit now, going over the top of the track at Oulton Park. We've now got to go and find our garage. Each team will be designated a garage number. You'll pull up outside with the truck, offload the car, parts and all your spares. With it only being a test day, we haven't got that much kit, but normally we'd have garage boarding to put up. So we'll get the truck outside the garage and offload it. Here we are now, parked outside the garage, tail lift down. First thing to get off is the car, so we'll offload it, get all the bits off. Dave and I here are on the roof of the trailer, putting the antenna up so that we can talk to the car. It's just a massive aerial basically that transmits a signal to the car whilst it's racing around the track, so we've got communication. So that's the car out the trailer into the garage. The mechanics like me to get the car off the truck pretty quick so that they can start doing work on it. I like to do a set down, which includes caster, camber, suspension setup and all that, so the car is ready for the morning. At this point we were the first few trucks on site. There's still more to arrive, but there's a few gaps as you can see, but yeah, we're the first few here, and we like to get there, get set up, be prompt so we can get away. So that's the truck in place, everything's set up ready for tomorrow. It is only testing, so we haven't had to set that much gear up tonight, but the car's in place and we're ready to get into the circuit at 7 o'clock and start testing, so hopefully it will be dry again. But now we're off to the hotel. Apparently there's a swimming pool, but I think it's a bit too late for that. First things first, good morning. We're here at Oulton testing, and first thing you have to do is take the tyres down and get them stripped and get the new tyres put on, whether that's for testing or for racing. So we're going down to
Pirelli now, putting the new tyres on, and then we'll be ready to go. It's a good old walk. Usually we'd have a quad, but we didn't have enough space to get it on, so we've got to walk to the tyre trucks, but that's okay, keeps us fit. So yeah, as truck driver, you have to do tyres as well, so you end up with all little jobs to do, but one of them being tyres, so I'm going to take the tyres over to Pirelli now and get them mounted, ready for testing. But here they are. I think we're only running 2 sets of tyres today, with it being only one car. So we're the first ones here. I'll leave the tyres here, and these are the tyre systems that the lads use to change the tyres. Here are the trucks, but they're not in yet. We've beat them to it, so we should wait until they arrive. It's now 7:15, so we're a little bit early, but we'll leave ours here. We're at the front of the queue, so we should get these back first, bottom to the car, ready for testing. Pirelli trucks here. These are bought by actual Pro Tyre who run out of Stoke-on-Trent. As you can see, they look fantastic. But they're not actual Pirelli, I don't believe. Pro Tyre contract for Pirelli, but they brand them up as Pirelli trucks, obviously, because Pirelli sponsor the series, so everything has to look right. Here are all the race trucks set up: 2Cs Motorsport, Barwell, Mahiki Racing, etc. Century Motorsport. They had a win last time out in one of the categories. So I've walked back to our garage to do a bit. I came back down later on, and these are our wheels getting balanced up, tyres on, and once they're balanced they get put on our trolley and you can pick them up and take them back to your garage. The guys at Pirelli are really proficient. Here I'm just putting a bit of tape on to keep the weights on the wheels when they're thrashing around at silly speeds. It's just a measure that we do, a bit of tape just to keep the weights on because the glue can get hot. And now I'm just dropping the pressures down around to about 1.2 bar, ready for the car. And as you can see, the beautiful Aston Martin V8 Vantage is sat here, ready to go out for its first run. Wheels and tyres are slapped on, ready to go, all balanced up. Just waiting for a green flag. You'll see there those little skates that are under the car. So the car's got hydraulic jacks which will lift it up, and then you put the skates under, and then you can wheel the car around wherever you like. I was keen to capture this part. The car's come in after a few laps for a brake change, quick disc change and pads. The lads are so fast at doing it, but look at the heat coming off that, and that's only done 20 odd laps. Absolutely boiling. You cannot touch that with your bare hands, it will take your skin off, so big gloves have to be worn. Same with the wheels, they get absolutely red hot. And then when the car comes in, we take the bonnet and the boot lid off just to help it cool down as much as possible. Here comes the Beach D and Aston Martin. I'll be sure not to speak so you can hear it go by. And this is the car, it's just come in after a few laps. There's actually been a red flag, so we've got the car up in the air, wheels off, tyres back in the oven to keep them hot while there's a red flag. We want to keep as much temperature in the tyres as possible. And how could I not capture this? A Lamborghini Countach, or Countach as some people call it. Beautiful. The driver actually uses it as a daily, in fact. Lovely chap, showed me around it. What a beautiful car. And that is it. We're all packed up here at Oulton Park. I've been able to do as much footage as I wanted to, purely on the basis that it's a bloody hard job and you're flat out. You haven't really got time to start recording and everything. But the truck's loaded. We're heading back to the Cotswolds now, and then we'll unload in the morning. That's the plan. But I hope you've enjoyed this bit of a, I don't know, follow along, whatever you want to call it. But like I said, it's a shame I couldn't do a bit more footage of the car running, but it is what it is. But it's just a bit of insight on what I do outside of touring with Riva. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for joining me. You thought I'd finished, didn't you? So did I. Now I'm just pulling over from McDonald's and a milkshake, so 2 hours to go. Here she is, Stafford Services, if you know it. Kindly asked the chap next to me if he would mind me parking there, and he didn't, so just block the road a bit, but it's fine. Off we go. 2 hours to go, and then that is it.